Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca at the Church of Chewbacca, and this is going to be a tutorial video on how to do the showdown for the Run It Back packs. Essentially, we're going to go over each of the mini showdowns, as well as the mini missions, and then the final showdown to show you guys how to complete this to be able to get those Run It Back packs. As I went over in the previous video on the Run It Back pack review and how to get those packs, as you know, you can do the showdown here or you can do the conquest. Well, I want to make sure I gave you this in-depth tutorial video, as I mentioned, to complete this showdown. I think it's going to be faster than doing the conquest map if you're a pretty decent player. Showdown, as well as hoping this showdown isn't too hard. That way you can easily pick up these packs pretty quickly for this 500 stub fee, as well as get your stubs back, plus a free diamond of one of those cards we went over already in the Run It Back pack review. Before we get into the breakdown of this showdown, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you know whenever I'm uploading more videos. Comment down below what you guys think about this Run It Back showdown, what you guys think about the Run It Back packs. Also, don't forget to share this video with any of your friends that play MLB The Show so we can continue to grow the community. I appreciate all the support. Let's get into it. So as you guys can see, there's a 500 stub entrance fee. We're going to start the draft, do a little preview draft like I tend to do in these tutorial videos to kind of show you what you're looking like to start here. So let's enter the draft. So we're entering the draft, and it looks like it's going to give us one of the options of the Run It Back pack players. I personally think that I like the Javier Baez out of the three of these. You're not going to pick Cliff Lee, never pick a pitcher. I do love Curtis Granderson's swing. Love Andrew Jones. I don't really like Andrew Jones' swing. Great defensive card, as I mentioned in the pack review. So is Baez, obviously. But I'm going to go with Baez here, I think. So we'll get a little Javi Baez in our life. Then for the next one, it's really based on what you prefer. I grew up as a huge Edgar Martinez fan, and he actually has the best hitting stats out of the four player options here. So I'm going to go with Edgar Martinez. Then, so Adam Dunn is a monster when it comes to righties. He's a little bit slow. Personally, I think Khalil Lee is the most advantageous out of these cards because he's fast, he can steal, you can use him later in the showdown still as a pinch runner. The other three cards are decent. If you don't understand how to steal in this game and take advantage of the stealing, with the holding of R2, tapping L1 twice, and then taking off, if you don't understand that concept for faster guys, then Khalil Lee might not be the pick here for you. Adam Dunn would be the pick, but I'm going to pick Khalil Lee because it allows me to abuse the bases a little bit. Looks like we got another chance to get Kutch. We're not going to pick him, though. I'm actually going to pick this Xander Bogaerts. He has a really good swing. He's playing up versus righties, so we're going Bogaerts. Another round, Shohei Ohtani, the right fielder, not the pitcher. So we're not going to pick him. His hitting attributes aren't good enough. I don't know if we're going to need any type of pitching here. I don't really like Brian Adams that much. So we're going to go Colin Pache here and just see. I don't know if we need a relief pitcher or not because this is the first time I've done this showdown for the draft. So I'm going to go with Colin here, and we'll see if we need a relief pitcher or not. This round right here, this is just not a good round. We're going to pick Yuli Gurriel. The other three guys are just not good hitters. They're all more defensive players. So we're going to pick Gurriel here. I don't even really like his swing that much. This is just a very not good round. It looks like they cornholed us into a pitcher here. So we're going to pick the guy with the best hits per 9 and Ks per 9, which is going to be Caleb Smith here. So we're going to pick him up. The other three guys aren't bad, but Caleb Smith it is. Looks like they really want us to have a second reliever, so it's kind of crappy we picked that reliever earlier. I'm going to go with either Matt Barnes here or Keon Kela. Personally, I'm going to go with Kela. Has a little bit better hits per 9. I think he's a little bit easier to control than Barnes is. Neris in a real game like Battle Royale would actually be the best pick, or Vita Blue, but we're going to go Keon Kela for against the computer. Then for these, we didn't really get any great ones, but we're going to go Clear for Takeoff. And then Heart Attack. So that's the breakdown right there of an initial draft in this. It looks like the final showdown for it is only 16 outs and 12 runs. So it's a little bit different than the traditional 15 and 20. But let's break down all of these. I'm going to do this a couple times to try to get you the different players you could possibly see. And I'll add those to the description. The first time around, I'm going to go through and give you every mission. If anything switches, like I said, I'll put it in the description below. That way I can get this tutorial video out there to you guys as quickly as possible to help you guys out so you guys can complete this, because I know everybody's trying to get those free Run It Back packs as quickly as possible and knock this out. A lot of free stubs to be had here. You can use them for turn-ins, for the team affinities like I had mentioned, depending on who the card is. So let's knock out this Run It Back Showdown. I'll give you a breakdown once I get through this here and let you know what it's all about. Okay, so I played through the Showdown a couple times here to try to get some of these mini missions and these mini showdowns. And essentially the mini missions are the same. All 6 of them that you can have. It's just whatever order they're in is different. So you might do it and you might get run, 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 and then run it up, comeback season. Or it could be like comeback season, run, 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 run it up. Whatever. They're all 6 of these can be interchanged. So like just throw him a chair can be like the first one. But they're all the same mini missions no matter what. They're all the exact same. So when I go over them, jot them down a little bit in your head or whatever. I'll also write them in the description down below exactly what they are and what you need to attack them for. Obviously, this video will allow some visualization as I will pop up the picture of whoever you're facing for that mini mission. As for this first showdown here, you're always going to face the Tyler Clippard card that is 91 overall. You have 6 outs. The score is 0-0. It's on rookie, and you have to score 1 run. Not too bad of a mission at all. You have a guy on second and third base as well, and you start off with your leadoff guy. It's super easy. I mean, yeah, you only get 6 outs, but it's on rookie. You got a guy on second and third. All you really got to do is hit a fly ball or a hard ground ball. You're going to score the run. And if for whatever reason you tag up and your guy doesn't make it home, you get another chance to tag up on a fly ball in the very next out. So it's not too bad. Then the first mini mission I had on this run was Run, 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 which is essentially tally 6 total base hits in 2 innings with your showdown squad without giving up a run. It's on veteran. You're going to be facing Signature Series Bert Blevin. He's a 98 overall. It's not that bad of a mission. This Bert Blevin is the highest overall pitcher you'll face, but I actually don't think he's the hardest pitcher you'll face while doing this. I think that distinction's always going to go to Lee Smith or the Wade Davis, but I actually think Lee Smith is harder to hit than Wade Davis is. Knock this one out. You just get 2 innings to do it. It's not too bad. 2 Final Showdown runs. The next mini mission I had is Run It Up for 2 Final Showdown runs as well. All of the mini missions are for 2 Final Showdown runs, just so you guys know. And this is called Run It Up. You have to tally 3 runs in 3 innings, and you're facing the Signature Series Cliff Lee. He's a left-handed pitcher. Just something to know if you guys have to adjust the lineup a little bit whenever you get to this one. Not too bad. Cliff Lee's very easy to hit. He seems to hang his off-speed pitches, his cutter, pretty frequently. I thought he was the easiest out of all the pitchers that had to face to hit besides Clippard on rookie. The next one is Comeback Season, which is come back from a 1-run deficit in the 8th inning to secure a win. For this one, you're facing the prime Wade Davis. It's for 2 Final Showdown runs. So the other run I had, I completed this mission very easily. Scored like 4 or 5 runs on Wade Davis. For this time, I didn't score any runs. I just got caught stealing, trying to be finesse it a little bit when I should have just hit the ball. If I would have just hit the ball, I probably would have actually won the mission. I was just too aggressive on the base pass. It happens, but I don't think it's that bad. Wade Davis is a little bit harder to hit, but it's not too bad of a mission. Good luck on this one. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world either. Then for the second showdown this time around, I face Lee Smith. It's also on veteran difficulty, as all of this is on veteran difficulty except for the first showdown, which is on rookie. And for this one, you have 9 outs and you have to score 2 runs, so it's not that bad. No one's on base. You start off with your leadoff hitter. Besides Lee Smith, the first time around I did this, I had to face prime Greg Holland. Definitely not too bad of a showdown. Both of them were pretty easy. I do think Lee Smith is harder to hit than anybody else, though. So be a little bit patient with Lee Smith. He's a little bit wild. Then the mini mission here that I had in the second half of this is Power Time. You have to tally 2 extra base hits in 2 innings without giving up a run. For this one, you're facing the prime Adam Wainwright, who's also a guy that's a little bit hard to hit, but that's because he's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that just makes it a little bit harder. His primary is a sinker, so you're going to see a lot of sinkers, so try to wait for something up in the zone. The next mini-mission is Throw Him a Chair, and this one is strike out 3 batters in the first 2 innings without striking out as a batter. My advice would be is just let them get hits. You can let up as many runs as you want. Get those 3 strikeouts. Unfortunately, for this one, I got 2 strikeouts, and every out that I got was line drives or fly balls where my player was already locked onto the ball and I couldn't force him to drop it. So just unfortunate luck there. I really think this one's super easy. Like I said, you can let up as many runs as you want just when you're batting. Don't strike out in between the first and second inning. You can also complete this mission in just the first inning. That's what I did the first time. But it doesn't matter how many runs you let up, because I let up like 4 runs trying to get the 3 strikeouts this time around. Unfortunately, like I said, all 6 of the outs were outs that I had no control over. The last mini mission here is closing time. This is just get a save. You're up 1 run, and you're going to be facing essentially a lineup full of run it back players, the cards like Andrew Jones and whatnot. Essentially, you're facing Goldschmidt, Adam Jones, Billy Williams, then the Perez card, all in order. It's not too bad. I mean, that's literally the 4 cards you could face before. I mean, you should be out of it and have a save by then. Not too bad of a situation, but just you're going to want to pick a starting pitcher and a closer for this because you don't know when you're going to get these missions. Then it leads you to the final showdown. Once again, like they've all been, except for that first showdown, it's on veteran. This time around, I have Adam Wainwright. The first time I did it, I have Burt Blevin. You have 16 outs. For this time, I got to score 5 runs. Not too bad. What I will say is, we'll look at the squad real quick. My squad this time around is a lot better than I think it was last time around. A guy that I think's a must-have that seems to pop up is this Max Kepler. He absolutely rakes, has a super glitchy swing. Obviously, you guys know I love Matt Olson. For these cards, when it comes to the run it back cards, I would always try to get Goldschmidt and Javier Baez if they're options. Other than that, just look for guys, good power, decent contact. I will say I got shafted in the last pick, and I had to pick a pitcher. Like, just silly. I had to pick a pitcher in this last round here where you get the run it back pack player. I had to pick Wade Davis. They gave me 4 pitchers, which is kind of asinine by SDS. I can't believe they would do that and not give you a hitter whenever. Obviously, the only thing left to do is to play the final showdown. But overall, I think this showdown's relatively easy compared to some of the other ones. If you need any more help, let me know in the comments down below. Good luck knocking this out. You get one of those Run It Back choice packs. Don't forget to like and share this video. That way we can continue to grow the community. I appreciate all the support. You guys have a great day and be safe.